going to actually show you a little bit about being able to film with this particular lens. What you're seeing right now, you're not seeing me in the scene, but I am actually going to go around and I'm going to walk into the scene. Remember, this lens is a completely fully manual lens, but I've got it set to where you should be able to see me really well. And well, welcome guys. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? It is very hot today. It is like 97 degrees right now. This is one of the things that we really are not supposed to do. We really are not supposed to film at this time. But I do want to film at this time so I can show you a couple of things. Right now, I am actually using the Fujifilm X-T4 with the 7 Artisan 50mm 0.95, and I am recording my audio with the Rode Wireless Go 2. All right, and so I've got the film simulation set to a Fujifilm 200 is the film simulation that you can actually find these settings over at Fuji X Weekly, which is really awesome. They show you how to set it up and everything. So the first things that I really want to talk to you about, because what we're doing is we're doing a series on Fujifilm for cinematography, is the differences, right, between being able to select your different images, your different color settings, you know, and how it also gets affected by the climate. Like right now, it's like really hot, all right? And so yes, the cameras get hot, you know, but besides the cameras getting hot, there's something else that you all need to know, all right? When the Earth is hot, okay, like right now, which is really hot, the Earth itself, you know, actually creates a the ground is hot, and it creates, for video, right? You don't see it very much in photography, but you see it mostly in video. It creates sort of a haze, so your lens looks like it has some sort of a haze, but that haze is not created really by the lens. That haze is actually being generated by the fact that you are in a very hot, you know, that the Earth is very hot, and it is creating a natural steam. This feels good. This is a lemonade from Panera. And so these are things that you have to also take under consideration when you're doing all this sort of filming, because when you do these sort of, you know, takes, you know, for cinematography, it affects your image, it affects your coloring, you know. And this is why most films that you see on the big screen, they're not filmed really in the summer, all right? They're filmed really, you know, during winter months, during fall months, where the weather is a little bit cooler, for a lot of reasons, okay? The most important reason is, you know, heat affects equipment and heat affects makeup. All right, so you know, when you're dealing with scenes that are outdoors, and you've got a makeup artist, it has to, you know, be spending a lot of time being able to put makeup on. You know, it gets complicated, it gets expensive, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, it just gets really messy, you know. So, you know, it is not a good practice, all right, to literally start doing any kind of film production, you know, right in the middle of the summer. But, you know, I want to show you these things so that as you learn and as I start to teach you, because you're not going to learn these things at no film school. You know, these are things that people that are seasoned, you know, that really know about cinematography, you know, don't really tell you. They tell you about, you know, codecs, they tell you about what a camera can do, they tell you about lighting, they tell you about, you know, certain things, but there's a lot of other things, you know, behind the scenes that, you know, that it just comes with experience, you know. And the more experience the more you do it, the more you learn about these little tricks of the trade. Some people call them tricks of the trade, but in reality, it's not really tricks of the trade. It's just always been there. It's just that nobody is really telling you these things. And so you end up, you know, pretty much by trial and error, learning these things as you grow into this industry. So with this lens is a lens that is full of character, all right? And right now, because it is so bright, I am using an ND filter. I forgot to tell you that. I'm using a variable ND filter. When you put an ND filter, or when you put anything in front of the glass is no longer, the lens is no longer producing the quality of video, or the quality that it can actually produce in its natural state. All right, what it does anytime that you add anything, specifically an ND filter, it adds a shade, okay, a shade of gray, you know, so your colors are a little bit muted. That's why the number one thing, and you're listening to a train is going to be coming by really soon, and what you're listening to, or what you're looking at, I should say, is you're looking at sort of a piece of glass that is no longer, because the new lenses are no longer made out of glass, or I'm not saying the new lenses, I should rephrase myself, the new ND filters, you know, polarizers, all of these, you know, new add-ons to the lens, 90% of them are made out of a high-end plastic. Now, these high-end plastics, oops, excuse me, there's the train. In a second. These high-end plastics, right, also don't give you the quality of glass. This particular lens that we're looking at is sort of like a hybrid, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's not, I don't want to say it's fully glass, because it is glass that has been engineered to literally give you certain looks, and not only that, not only certain looks, but also to repel, you know, reflections, glares, you know, all kinds of things. So this is a lens that is an engineered lens. It is not like the Fujifilm, the 56 millimeter, the f1.2. That lens is very much so all glass, you know. Here's another train. Beautiful sight, isn't it? You know, I love this over here where I'm at. You know, oh, and you can feel the rumble. You can feel the train tracks. So anyways, you know, but yes, you know, so with that, you know, in mind, remember that the cleanest look will always be without putting anything at all right, in front of your glass.